Hi everybody, we can't do a normal welcome day this year, so we're going to just send out these PowerPoints so I can take you through some of the kind of key points of the course. My name's Gareth, most of you have met me either at an open day, and I think I've interviewed pretty much all of you, so you should know a lot of this stuff already, but we're just going to run through any questions or anything like that. Obviously you can contact us and we will address any issues. Okay, so the first thing we're going to look at is what you study and how you're going to be assessed. So, as I said, I've spoken to you most of you before. This is really going to be based really in editing with kind of a key focus on graphic design as well. But we're also going to cover things like cinematography, FX, sound production, script writing, animation, and a number of other things which kind of ties into it. And hopefully give you the opportunity to kind of specialise as you move into the year two and start thinking about final projects. You'll be delighted to hear that there are no exams on the course. Everything is done via coursework, with the final major project you do in year two carrying the most overall weight in terms of grading. But every piece of work you do from the day you enter to the day you leave does go towards your final grade. So you do need to be on it, and you do need to be on it quickly and from the start. In terms of facilities, all our classrooms have Adobe software suite, so you get the full suites in the media rooms. We've got a Mac room, we've got a PC room, so you've got Premiere, you've got Photoshop, After Effects, all the other kind of things that go with it, and we've got kind of obviously the Mac specific software like GarageBand and things like that. So the idea behind that is just with the Adobe suite, it is industry standard. There's no point you using things which aren't industry standard now, so this is giving you the skills you need to move on. In terms of other equipment, physical equipment, we have cameras, we have sound equipment like recorders and beam poles, we have green screens, we have a dark room, and there are performance spaces that we show performing arts so we can go and film as well, which have lighting rigs and things like that. So we are pretty well equipped for a college, and certainly in terms of doing your productions and things, we've got everything you might need. So you don't need to worry about going out and buying really expensive cameras and things like that. If you've got them, that's great. But otherwise we have equipment you can borrow and use throughout the course of the 2 years. Where will the course take you? I mean, a lot of our students go on to universities. We've also got our new UAO approved level 4 course. But in terms of kind of courses and jobs you're looking at, so you're looking at things in filmmaking, editing, creative advertising and marketing also works. People have gone on to do animation and game design, script writing. There's a wide variety of things that you can go on to do with the skills you learn on the course. Some people have even gone into things like event management, or have gone on to study things like psychology or criminology. So there's a wide variety of things to do. Even if you just want to set up your own business or be a general freelancer in some ways, all the skills you're learning here can give you that opportunity in the future. And we have a pretty good record in terms of people moving on and using their skills to make money from them. We have a lot of students who are out there working in various industries. Just two which I think you might like to look at. We've got Fox and Falcon here, which is a student called Russell Offord, who left some time ago, but he runs a production company kind of around Maidenhead and in London. I think he's just moved to London, so you can see some of the showreel on there. And the other one is Edouard Fousset, or Ed, as he's otherwise known, and he's got a really good showreel of stuff that you can see that he's done. And he just everywhere. He does loads of travel videos, and kind of everything you see in these films is stuff that they've shot, produced, and kind of done themselves. So the Ed one especially is really flashy, so it's a really nice thing to look at and hopefully give you some inspiration about what you can go on to do once you finish this course. So currently our course is in the top 10% of the country, and we're really proud of that, and it means that any students that leave our course leave with a really good reputation, because universities, employers kind of are generally aware of the level that the course is now at. So with regards to that, our expectations for you guys are that if you want to hit those top grades and really succeed in your time at the college, you need to be putting in around 15 hours a week of work outside of normal college time. So that may include homework, that may include extra work on productions, it may include reading around the subject or just watching other movies and things like that. So generally speaking, you'll have a number of different lecturers, normally about 3 lecturers. So if you think 5 hours a week per lecturer, that kind of works out quite nicely. So if you want to hit those top grades, you want to really succeed, you have to put the hours in. That's just how BTEC works. in terms of things we're expecting you to bring to the college, it's quite low in terms of what you have to spend out. So basic stationery, pens, pencils, etc., things like that. A notebook, because it is useful to make notes. I know a lot of you are computer heavy and all that, but the students who use notebooks get higher grades. That's just how it is. And as we've moved back to using notebooks, our grades have gone up. So it's just the way it is. You also need a USB SD memory card reader and an SD card, which is speed 10, 32 gig minimum. That way you can use our college equipment. We don't have memory cards generally that we can hand out with equipment, so you need your own. And also a memory stick is good. Cloud storage is fine, but it's also good to have your own kind of personal hard copy that you can carry around with you from classroom to classroom and things like that. So there are bursaries and things available if anyone does have any issues getting a hold of these kind of things if you talk to finance, but that is the general equipment we'd expect you to have on you at all times. You've had a bit of a weird year. Some of you have been off school for quite a long time. But it's time to start thinking about your new course and your new kind of interests and what you can be passionate about. And I've set you some work to do over the summer to try and get your head in the right place so when you come back. So the first thing to do is look at as many of the Mark Kermode Secret of Cinemas as you can. You'll probably find them on iPlayer. They're quite good in terms of historical context and some of the technical things regarding genre and all kinds of stuff. They're just well put together things about film. And then the other things are looking at kind of the four key areas. So if we look at sound, look at Gravity, A Quiet Place or Dunkirk, and think about how sound is like the key thing that makes those films work. Think about cinematography and colour when you look at Arrival, Blade Runner or Joker, and think about how that's being used to set the tone and tell the story visually. Think about in terms of editing, Rush, Baby Driver or Black Klansman, and think about how the editing is used to make those films flow smoothly and with pace. And in terms of character development and script and dialogue, look at Spider-Verse, Bumblebee or Juno and just think about how those films are putting across their characters in terms of what they say and what they do. Okay? What you to do is kind of read around and research on the internet about different kind of shot types and framing types. There's a number of decent websites that if you just Google will come up, and there's kind of decent books as well, but internet research is fine. If you just look up key shot types or camera shot types or something like that, it's all fine. And then I'd like you to pick 3 films that you think are really good in terms of shot types and framing. So something like Drive is a really good film in terms of kind of framing and composition. But if you've got your own favourites, just like you to think about that. You know, if there's a film you really like, is it good in terms of framing? What does it do? How does the framing work? Just kind of engage with films you love in a bit more of a detailed way. And the other thing I'd like you to do is try and identify about genre a bit. So Save the Cat website is a good place to start. There is a book, but you don't need to buy that necessarily until we reach the second year. But it's a good book to have. So there are 10 genres according to Save the Cat. So just have a look at those and try and identify where your favourite film sits in terms of those 10 genres. Okay, and it's just to give you a wider understanding of how films fit into different genres and how different techniques are used. So when we come back after the summer, we're all kind of in the same mindset. We're all passionate about the same things, and we have a kind of general understanding how a lot of things all work. Okay. Me to say is that I hope you have a really good summer, and we are really looking forward to seeing you in September on our new course. I've spoken to most of you in interviews via phone or face to face or at open days, and you all came across as really passionate people with really good ideas, and that is what we love here. So bring your passion, bring your ideas, bring your creativity, bring your opinions about your favourite films, and we'll have a great couple of years and get you guys onto some great success in the industry. So hopefully see you all soon.